Do you want insanely stylish and also insanely powerful build with a Twinblade in Elden Ring and Elden Ring DLC? This build is amazing, and I will show you this build completely from scratch. Since our main stats is dexterity and later in the game we will benefit from arcane, Bandit is a best starting class. In case you completely new, just make a roll, and when you arrive straight to the Limgrave, we will begin assembling our build. The coolest part, you can make this build really fast, so you don't need a lot of experience, fighting and also any difficult tasks. So I guess let's turn and let's go. First item will be located in Dragon Burnt Ruins, like somewhere over here. Technically, it's just start of the game and it's really easy to get into these ruins. You need to find a cellar. Basically, any ruins will have a kind of cellar, maybe it will be hidden or whatever, but most of the time there is one, like this. But this ruins is a little bit different. Most easy cellar you will find is actually a trapped cellar, so definitely don't go over here. The real one where we want to go will be located over here in this broken building right in front of us. And you will understand that you're in the right place. You will find the door right inside, so you don't need to go through any other additional rooms. And this chest will contain our Twinblade, of course. So that's our weapon of choice for beginning and mid-game. To equip it, you will need 10 strength and 18 dexterity. And you already will have enough stats to wear it if you followed my build starting roads. So I definitely recommend going with one of them. This will give you nice starting character. And definitely we want to play stylish without any shields, so just pick your Twinblade into hands and get ready to destroy some enemies. Stylish attacks is just least this Twinblade can do. You can do nice charged attacks that doing multiple attacks in a row, which is really cool stuff. It comes with Spinning Splash Ash of War, so this will use your mana, and it comes with 2 attacks. Pretty stylish, so it's nice too. But right now we will get really important early game items and Ashes of War that you can pick from and make a really deadly Twinblade build. First of all, we will go into Mistwood Ruins, they located over here, and then make your way to this minor air tree. And yeah, I can wear this item even at level 5 with my Rodigonster seal that gives me enough strength and dexterity, of course. We haven't leveled still. So, in these ruins, be careful, and there will be a bear who protecting the entrance to the cellar again. In the cellar there will be a talisman, and it will be Axe Talisman. We can't wear it right now, but still, it's a really good one. When exiting the cellar, just go through the road to another side and you will find this minor air tree. There is no bosses or any other difficult enemies over here. There's just a jar or bowl with few cracked tears, and that's basically all we need. Another stuff to start the game with is nice buffs. So basically here near this square structure there will be a guy on a horse. You will kill him and you will get Ash of War Golden Wow. That's great Ash of War to put in a dagger. And another item you can consider using is Dexterity Not Crystal Tier. It's not directly an item, but still. Basically our starting build will consist of Crimson Crystal Tier that you can use, but it's one of the most useless stuff you can insert. Green Spill Crystal Tier is a nice one. Stamina is always a great stat to have. But I would go with Dexterity Not Crystal Tier for more dexterity and therefore more damage, and also Spiked Cracked Tier that will increase charged attacks. And charged attack is basically your R2 attack, but instead of just pressing it once, you need to hold it down. It will increase in power. And that's our damage on basically level 5 with an upgraded character. We can do already 100 damage with basic attack, but with charged attack it's around 200 damage or even more. Ash of War is also really nice, and that's basically our basic attack and then follow up that can easily stagger an enemy. And staggering is nice stuff to deal with them. You can go into War Master Shock, and here is the dude who selling some Ashes of War. One of these Ashes of War is Impaling Thrust, and I definitely recommend you trying this out on your weapon. So, Impaling Thrust is a great skill because it will give you more range. Basically, you can stun from the distance and then hit your target. Need to feel this range, but it can stagger these basic guards in one hit. So you just go and critical strike them instantly. That's completely broken stuff, and basically it will make your early game a lot more manageable and easy. If you followed my starting roads or explored by yourself, probably even before finishing Stormveil Castle you already was in Liurnia of Lakes. And over here you can find another Scarab. He will drop Ash of War Sword Dance. That's not one of my favorite, but still really stylish Ash of War and can do pretty nice damage and also looks pretty cool. But I just like other Ashes of War. My favorite is Impaling Thrust, of course. Still, this one is pretty cool considering we got 2 attacks. But if you wish to make really crazy amounts of damage, you want to go to Impossible Great Bridge in Kaelid. From this site of grace, just hop on your horse, turn 180 degrees and get on these rocks. There's pretty easy path how you can get here, it's not tricky at all, and you will hear Scarab. So this Scarab, he's over here, we just want to destroy him, and he is pretty strong, but again, we can stagger enemies really fast. And that's one of my favorite Ashes of War, Crack Blade. It got no style inside, but again, I remind you, I'm just level 5 character. By casting Golden Vow and then getting my Crack Blade and doing this with my Twinblade basically, using Wondrous Physique, we can do significant amounts of damage. Just look at this charged attack. Oh my goodness. We're doing pretty much even better damage probably than we saw right now, because we're doing multiple damage instances in a row, and that's the main secret about this stuff. Basically, we're doing crazy amounts of damage. And when your weapon is buffed with Crack Blade, actually you can stagger enemies a lot easier and faster with normal attacks. So if you wish to be this stylish dude, definitely go with Crack Blade. While Radagon Sorceal is a great starting talisman, I actually like to have my stats ready for this weapon no matter what. If you wish to know how to level up fast in Elden Ring, don't forget to watch my other videos, links in the description as always. I show how to get preferred level extremely fast. But right now we just round up our strength to 10 and get our dexterity as high as possible. Around 20 points is more than enough. And then we want to survive early game actually, so I would go with around 30 points in vigor, then maybe 15 in endurance for 56 equip load, so we can allow ourselves to use better armor. And then we can basically focus on our damage. So I would go to around 32 dexterity at this point. And that will be level 50 build. If you wish best armor in the basic game, one of the best armors, go to War Master Shock. And sadly we need to defeat this bro over here, but again, with our power we should be more than capable of destroying him with our skills and abilities basically. He is not that heart of the dude. So I hope I can stagger him. Oh no, we actually surviving his attacks pretty nicely. Oh come on, we can do it, yeah definitely. And after picking up his items you basically will get all his items, all his set. And just by replacing gloves you will get a lot more protection. Same with boots, and probably we won't be able to allow ourselves this Beast Champion set and armor. For full armor we need 1 more point in endurance, but basically we can change gloves, so make sure you keep in your medium load, because heavy load will make you fat roll. Since we're going for dexterity build, the main damaging factors for our weapon will be, as always, weapon upgrade, so I already upgraded this Twinblade to plus 12. But there is another one, is affinity, so we want to have keen affinity on the blade. It will reduce our strength scaling, but increase dexterity scaling. And right now, with the stats I have right now, instead of 272 damage, I will have around 292 damage. And I guess it's time to see how we can fight the first boss. And it will be probably a cake walk. I don't know, but our poise should be high enough to actually hit him. Let's just do our job. He already trying to run away. There's... Whoa, why I haven't rolled? I don't have any fat rolls. But I like that we can do multiple attacks in a row, and as you can see, it's just a cake walk. And that was with Radagon Sword Seal. After getting Talisman Pouch, I can get my Axe Talisman. So I guess you can enjoy the damage we can output right now. And that's pretty nice. 1.2k already. Stagger into hits and basically he's done. Still, let's see another version of this build, just with different Ashes of War, and I will use Keen Affinity with Impaling Thrust. I like it a bit more because we get one less buff to cast. I hate casting buffs actually. And we are pretty powerful. So that's hit number 1. This is a miss. Hit number 2. And hit number 3. Oh no, out of stamina. And hit number 4. And he's staggered. Finally, we can wait a little bit, replenish some stamina. And he is basically done. He's out of his first form. Now he's going to his second form. We can replenish some health. Let's just rush straight to Godric and stagger him once more. Probably I can do it with Impaling Thrust in few attacks. Oh, yeah. Basically, just cakewalk. Oh my goodness. Twinblade is just insanely cool, stylish and powerful stuff. Especially considering how easy we can get this weapon. So another early game or pretty early game talismans that I really suggest for this build will be Claw Talisman and Winged Sword Talisman. They are all located in the Stormville Castle in Lurna of Lakes, and basically Claw Talisman will give you more power with jump attacks, and they are pretty powerful too. While Winged Sword Talisman will increase power of consistent attacks, and basically with every single attack we're doing multiple attacks in a row, so it's increasing our damage potential dramatically. And basically you won't have any troubles advancing through the game. So let's explore our leveling. Basically I would go with plus 10 vigor for 40 vigor right now, and it will give us 1450 HP. If you wish to wear full set of this beast champion, full set without helmet of course, it will be 21 endurance. So that's a nice way to increase your survivability. Then dexterity. Do we need more dexterity? It will depend. So while it's still completely full dexterity build and will work nicely, you can go and just dump all points into dexterity and you will have around 66 points at this point, which is almost hard cap of 80, and considering our dexterity not crystal tier, for example, you will basically have 80 dexterity on bosses most of the time in just 4 levels. The only benefit of dexterity for us is basically some protection so that we have, because dexterity will increase immunity, robustness, protection from different physical damage, from magical damage, so that's pretty nice stuff to have. But sweet spot for protection from dexterity is around 40 points. So technically we're not far away. So instead we can spice things up and go into dexterity arcane build right now. And for arcane we need just 45 points. That's it. So that's basically the build you want to have around these levels, and probably it will be 35 dexterity, 45 arcane, 40 vigor, 21 endurance. That's what we're leveling from 50 to 100. And you need to just go with 10 vigor, then add endurance, then add a little bit of dexterity, and you can start leveling arcane or respec your character later into arcane-based character, because we still want to use our Ashes of War. But to benefit from our arcane, we actually want to change affinity. So on Crackblade we want to use Blood Affinity, but to have this Blood Affinity you need the correct Wet Blade Stone. You can find it only after you defeat Radahn in the Radahn Festival, and you need to go into the underground and travel a little bit. You will find this black Wet Blade Stone, and this will give you ability to change any Ash of War affinity into Blood Affinity, if it's possible. Not possible for everyone, but for Crackblade it's definitely possible, and for all standard affinities you can basically choose any affinity you like. So this Blood Affinity will make our dexterity scaling a little bit worse, it will make strength scaling a little bit better, and also it will add arcane scaling to our arsenal. Overall we will lose a little bit of damage, but we will have blood loss build up to 107 from one single hit. Considering with every attack we're doing multiple attacks, it will accumulate a lot of blood loss in a very short amount of time, and basically you will see this effect pretty like soon in just few hits. So let's just find this stuff out. And yeah, the blood loss has occurred. Blood loss basically removing 10% of enemy health. And that's insanely powerful stuff, especially when you go further in the game, when enemies will have a lot of health. 10% of health will completely overlap that 10 damage you're losing by changing to Arcane. The main question, do we capable of destroying the like Blood Lord himself, Mohg, and getting into DLC area? Before fighting versus Mohg, I really recommend getting your endurance up to 37 points, it will benefit you a lot. Also, we will need 16 points in strength. While it's not giving us a lot of damage, still our damage will be up by 12 points, which is not bad. For even more damage, we can get dexterity up to 40 points and get our vigor up by some points a little bit. So actually a sweet spot that we are looking for is around 50 points, but if you will have around like 43, 45 vigor, it will be nice. So that will be level 130, which is considered like pretty like a normal level for DLC. And I recommend getting Apolline Heart tier that will boost all damage negotiation in Baldur's Physique, in combination with Tornic Racketeer that will make consecutive attacks grow stronger. For Ash of War, instead of Cracked Blade, go with our standard Impaling Thrust, with blood affinity of course. So blood loss will be 129 right now, it's pretty nice. And that's basically talismans we are looking for to have at this fight. So I will go with Lord of Blood's Exaltation that will increase our damage when blood loss will occur, and it will occur no matter what, because even Mohg will use this stuff himself. Also, we use on Dragon Quest Great Shield Talisman, so it will increase our physical damage negotiation. More protection means we will basically survive the fight. As you can see, we are medium low right now with this combination, and we're wearing full Beastmaster set without headgears. Headgear is still Bandit Mask, and also it looks pretty cool. And also we're using Rotten Winged Sword Insignia. That's buffed version of Winged Sword Insignia, and also you can combine it with Millicent Prothesis or go with any other like talismans you like. And we need 16 strength and more endurance to wear Commander Standard. This weapon is insane. Not because of its power, because we still use Twinblade, but because it's best aura buff in the game. What to keep in mind, there's aura buffs, there's weapon buffs, and also there's body buffs. So this will be aura buff. But you can have Boiled Crab to have more protection, or Blood Boil Aromatic. It will make you deal even more damage, but it will make you take more damage, so it's a risky choice if you definitely know what you're doing. For weapon buffs, we can use Cracked Blade, but we don't need to use it on Mohg because we want to stagger him as fast as possible. And as you can see, we can't use this Railing Standard right now, but if I take it into hands with 16 strength, it will be more than enough. So we will just cast this Railing Standard, eat our Boiled Crab, definitely we want to have it, or any other body buff, and just drink our Wondrous Physique. Now we are ready to go. There is one more thing you can do, and that's of course summoning Mimic Tier. And definitely don't forget to upgrade your weapon as much as possible, so around like plus 20 will be a great choice right now. And basically we will wait until Mohg engage, maybe like our Mimic Tier, we avoid his like weird stuff, and we will start using our Impaling Thrust on him, and basically he should be staggered in just few hits. That's our like most important goal, just stagger this bro, and as you can see he's losing blood a lot. That's his second circle. When he makes 3 circles we will basically die in a few seconds, but we won't, and as you can see it's pretty manageable to defeat this bro in this combination. We can do it even without Mimic Tier, I mean you don't even need to be level 120, but if you're leveling just a little bit more than 100, you can see how easy it is. To go straight to the DLC area of Shadow of the Erdtree, and that's where we will become completely broken Twinblade wielder. Because again, it won't take us long to get insanely overpowered weapon and super cool and stylish Ash of War. When you arrive to DLC, you will need to upgrade few stats. So first of all, it will be strength. We need 18 strength to wield the next weapon we will get, and also it should be face, so it will be 13 face total. 37 endurance is more than enough for DLC area, and we want to just up vigor up to like 55 as melee character. Actually, like 50 is more than enough most of the time, but 55 is a great sweet spot. A lot of people like to go for 60, but honestly it's not really important. You want to have like 55 vigor, and better just have better endurance and get better armor. Then to increase damage output of our weapon, we can scale it with dexterity or with arcane. Dexterity will lend us even more damage right now, but arcane doing pretty nice stuff too. So just decide what you wish to do, and for future levels just level up arcane and dexterity. In DLC for damage definitely go for Rakshasa's set. This set is pretty cool, but you will get it a little bit later in the game. What you can get earlier is this cool Twinblade. So this Twinblade is pretty weird at first, mostly because it scales with phase. Yeah, you need phase to scale damage, but if you add correct blade to increase damage of this weapon basically, and switch affinity to blood, this will make this weapon cause blood loss up to 133, have dexterity scaling to B, which is really great, and arcane scaling to D. That's why future levels should be with more dexterity in mind. Funniest part about this weapon, it's basically almost infinite scaling. So take a look here. We can get our dexterity up to 80 points for soft cap, for example, for level 190. And this will give us almost 600 damage. But having 40 levels in strength instead will give us just like 20 less damage, and that's not a big deal. So basically you can overlevel as much as you wish and level up strength to get more damage output from this weapon. 40 levels in arcane won't give you a lot, so arcane is an option, but it will be one of the last options you want to consider. And same with phase, while you're getting some value from it, it's definitely not worth it. So my suggestion would be to go with dexterity, followed by strength, and then you can level up arcane and phase. If you're completely over leveling, but still you don't need it, you can beat the game at level 150, at level 200, that will be the stats you're looking for. So from first site of grace that you will see in DLC, just go up and follow the road, turn to the right and cross the bridge. You will find yourself in Castle Front. There's two options. You can go through the Castle Front over here and fight Rilana. This will give you access to this high road cross site of grace. Another option is just turn right and follow this road. You will find basically a ravine or something like this and go downwards. After you're going down, go up and follow the road over here. You will find a spring step in this location and it will give you a jump to behind Fort Reprimand site of grace. And that's actually where I want to take you. So this is location where I am right now on the map. And basically you will need to destroy these rocks over here to activate the springtrap jump. Then we jump and then second jump to the right side and we will be in this Fort Reprimand. So we are here to get one cool Ash of War to make the final build, which is insanely stylish, but I guess this one is a little bit more powerful. So that's Fort Reprimand site of grace, and right now there's a bunch of enemies here, so let me show you how we can deal with them. Let's have all our damage buffs and basically look how powerful this stuff right now we have in our hands. Basically, with correct blade, I should probably like one-shot this bro. I don't know. I want to do like charge attack. It probably will be insanely cool. Yeah, it's definitely insane. So this weapon is just insanely powerful, and we want to find a boss over here in this room. He is using Twinblade with insanely cool like Ash of War. So definitely be careful. Oh my goodness. I should be extra careful. Oh, he's doing this stuff. I need to roll forward. Charge attack. Oh no. And he's using, by the way, ours like weapon. Still with this like blood loss and stuff, as you can see, he's really manageable. Oh my goodness. That's really stylish. And we're getting this aspect of the Crucible Wings. After exiting this Fort Reprimand, we can go to the main road in this like place and get to the high road cross site of grace. From here we want to go upwards right to this place. It will be a camp near this like black citadel, black fort, and we want to just go on the top of this like hills. To get into this like hills, you need to go through the camp and basically come from the other side. It will be like, yeah, here we are. The rocks where we can easily jump, and we are in the exact place we are looking for. Just disable all like guys who you don't need and get ready for the fight. So basically here there's like no bosses, there's just basic enemies, but just get ready. So we're buffing ourselves, and I already see the guy. That's the guy we're looking for, and as you can see, he's wielding our blade. We just destroyed him with few attacks, and here we are, Black Steel Twinblade. This Twinblade is cool, and you can upgrade it with basic smithing stones, therefore we can have it with any affinity. And yeah, we already know we have a Crack Blade with blood affinity on this weapon, so that's why it's so cool. You definitely want to visit Temple Town ruins in case you will get to this area, and that's over here basically. From this side of Grace you will see the big temple, and to get into the temple you need to go to other side first, and you will basically see a hole in this building. That's where we want to enter. So just jump, go into the hole, go on your horse again and turn right. Here will be some stairs. We're using a little bit of parkour, and here we are, basically in the place where we want to be. Here is the last stairs until we meet the guy. The guy is pretty powerful, but still you can definitely deal with him pretty like easily. So he's using some big sword attacks. We can do some stuff too. And yeah, like easy, bro. As you can see, every 3 attacks it's blood loss, and that's why this combination of Twin Blade is so crazy. Also we can stagger enemies like pretty easily. And here in the chest is two-handed sword talisman. I'm using this like Twin Blade in 2 hands, and it will enhance damage. And if you wish to truly maximize potential of the build, of course you want to use this white mask. Yeah, it's not as good as my normal face, but still. It will increase damage when blood loss occurs. And also blood-sucking Cracketeer that will increase attack power but drain your HP. That's nice Cracketeer from DLC. Full buff routine will be pretty easy. We're going with aura buff, followed by body buff, then we're drinking Wondrous Physique, of course, and also I got short sword that can activate seppuku, which is basically blood loss that you can inflict to yourself pretty easy. Then we're having this Crack Blade buff on our weapon, getting it into hands and getting a little bit of HP so we not die when entering the boss zone. And that's basically the boss fight you were waiting for. He will load up his like crossbow and probably take some damage. Oh my god, bro, just chill. Why are you so like crazy, bro? That's the White Mask Destroyer. Still, we get enough damage, that's why I not like this Blood Boil Aromatic. For body buff, better used Boiled Crab, and basically this will give you enough protection to actually like feel safe and destroy bosses while you're not destroying yourself with just few hits. So that's basically the full buff routine again, and Crack Blade. And now let's go and talk with the boss. Also don't forget, you still can use like any other stuff instead of Crack Blade. Maybe you like Impaling Thrust. I actually like Impaling Thrust a lot. So that's Rilana. Let's see how she can fight versus us, and it's a little bit like hard to land a charge hit on her, but probably like not today. Okay. And that's actually the problem when you're running with a lot of damage without armor. No Rock as I said, this means I won't take any additional damage. I still will activate Seppuku later, but instead of blood-sucking Cracketeer, we're using Apolline Heartier with blood boiled crab. Now we're using Seppuku, so we can activate blood loss, but that's even not necessary at all. And Crack Blade, of course. So let's go with Crack Blade and let's see what will happen right now. Right now we're a lot more protected, and we definitely will have better time against this Rilana boss. We just need to avoid her attacks and probably like stagger her a little bit, maybe a few blood loss instances. And as you can see right now, at least I'm surviving, drinking more potions and lotions, and basically that's how we can deal with her really easy. That's the style. You don't need a lot of damage. While this build is definitely cool, I recommend you trying another version. With Ash of War that we just took, sadly we can't use it as Blood Affinity, but we get Lightning and Sacred Affinities. And in my opinion, Lightning is just insane. You will do lightning damage, some holy damage and also physical damage. Your weapon will scale with strength, dexterity and face. And basically you will be able to become the Black Knight himself, looking pretty cool. We definitely want to respect our character. And that's the stats we're looking for. Basically we still want around like 50 vigor or so, but right now if you want to be fully in heavy armor with all weapons and all the stuff equipped, you want to have around 65 endurance. That's pretty high amount. Definitely don't rush it, like wear a worse armor at first, that will be completely fine. Strength should be around like 24 points total later, but again you can start with around 18 points just to wear the weapon. Dexterity is the main scaling attribute, so it will be 80 dexterity points, and while weapon definitely should scale with face a lot, we don't need a lot of face, just 38. Arcane is completely useless stat for this build, so definitely don't go with Arcane. And that's the character we will get in the end. So we got nice over buff from Commander Standards, of course. And I'm running Apollon Hartia for more protection, and basically that's a dexterity face build right now. And I'm running with double protection talisman. By using different buffs like Flame Protect Me and Blessing of the Earth, for example, I basically don't care about this bro, and as you can see he can't even touch me and do any harm. While we're basically Archangel of Destruction. That's insanely cool protective build, and basically with this tanky stuff you can feel insanely overpowered. We doing pretty nice damage at the same time, so let's find out how much we can do with our Ash of War. But again, restoration buffs is insanely cool and powerful, and with just one hit of Ash of War I'm doing around 3.6k, which is really good, especially against this like big and really powerful dude. And as you can see, we like completely don't care about his like attacking stuff, and probably I can stagger him really fast, like with our insanely nice spear. Looking pretty cool, and we are really like nice Black Knight. I think this build is insane, and that's even without Wondrous Physique. And with Wondrous Physique, especially against basic bosses like this dude, that we get his set basically, we are completely crazy Archangel. We're not feeling him at all, and it's a little bit hard to actually hit with this spell, but still looking pretty cool and stylish in my opinion. Oh, he unloaded full stuff at us. That's crazy. Bro, just chill a little bit. And that's the power. Again, looking pretty cool. I can't say that it's like more powerful than my Dexterity Arcane build, but if you just go and do normal attacks, you will find that you're pretty crazy like and stylish Black Knight with double Twinblade. With just basic Twinblade, I guess, but who cares? When we unveil like full attack power of this weapon, that's where it becomes really like OP. Still, that's more on the stylish part, and I definitely recommend running with Dexterity Arcane. I hope you enjoy this awesome Twinblade build and you will have blast playing it in Elden Ring. If you wish to go for this Dexterity face variation, definitely look on my face Dexterity Reaper build, that you can assemble insanely fast and go straight into DLC. See you in the next videos.